What would happen if the Sun disappeared? The Sun is the closest star to Earth. Only thanks to the Sun, life as we know it exists. Its light hits the surface of the planet, making it warm enough for living organisms to develop and live on. Plants convert solar energy into chemical energy. They give us oxygen to breathe, and so you can go to the beach and have a tan. But what would happen if the Sun disappeared right now? Well, what do you think?
Well, I don't know, but let me take a wild guess. It would get dark?
Well, would we even notice that? How long would we be able to survive without the Sun? Would it be cold enough for the Russians to consider moving to a different planet? Well, in this video, Brightside decided to take a look at this hypothetical situation and imagine what it would be like to live on Earth without the Sun. Therefore, let's go to the dark side. Counting down from number 5. We would have no idea at first. Seriously, the Sun is 8 light minutes away from Earth. A light minute is a distance that light can travel in 1 minute. For example, if you were on Mars and your friend were here on Earth, let's imagine you both have good enough eyes to see each other. If you waved to your friend, he would see you only in about 30 minutes, depending on how far Mars would be at the moment. Here's another example. If 65 million light-years away, there were some advanced creatures that had powerful telescopes, they would be able to see dinosaurs walking on Earth, or rather making their last steps, because that's when they went extinct approximately. The sunlight reflected by Earth would need 65 million years to reach the creature's eyes, or whatever they use to see things. As we know, nothing, literally nothing in the universe can travel faster than light. So right after the Sun disappeared, it would take 8 minutes for this good news to reach us. Even the gravitational pull that the Sun has on our planet would also end only in 8 minutes. So the Earth would continue orbiting the spot where the Sun had been as if nothing happened, but for only 8 minutes. After that, our planet would start to fly in a straight line, and that's when mass panic would probably start, as people try to return those solar panels they just had installed. Number 4. It would be very dark.
Hey, I was right, man!
Yes, you were. Those on the night side wouldn't notice anything at first, but only until the moon would disappear as it would have no sunlight to reflect. Other planets would vanish into darkness, one after another, as the last bits of reflected light would reach our eyes. Distant stars would be our only source of light outside the planet. It would be quite enough to be able to see around a bit. Photosynthesis would stop, so plants would no longer be able to produce life-sustaining oxygen. It might sound like a serious issue, but it isn't. Collectively, all living humans, all insects, and all animals would still have enough oxygen to breathe for about another 1,000 years. There would be a much bigger problem, though.
Yeah, especially if you owned a sunglasses shop.
I didn't think of that. Anyways, number 3. It would be extremely cold. Without any source of heat, Earth would cool down very quickly. Within just the first week, the planet would be about 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. That doesn't sound that scary, right? Especially taking into account fuels that we have, we would most likely get along fine without the Sun for the first few months. But by the end of the first year without the Sun, it would be so cold that the only way for us and other organisms to survive would be to go underground as deep as possible. The closer you would live to the core, the better chances you would have, but that would involve a lot of digging. Seriously speaking though, none of us would be able to live if we didn't find a way to leave Earth. Number 2. Oceans would freeze over.
Well, this just keeps getting better and better.
Because of the extreme temperatures, the surface of oceans would become a giant skating rink, but only the surface. It's not that the ice would be thin and you'd have to think twice before jumping on it, nope. The thing is that it has been estimated that liquid water would continue to exist at the bottom of our oceans for billions of years. It wouldn't freeze because the Earth's core would still be very hot. And number 1. Some organisms would be just fine. No, sorry, humans are not among them. Only the smallest creatures, such as those that live in the Mariana Trench, could survive the disappearance of our star. They don't require photosynthesis. They convert heat into the energy they need. So as long as the water would be liquid, the organisms would be alive. Just imagine our planet all frozen, traveling through the universe for billions of years, still conserving what is left of life before the sun left us. Maybe one day it would come close enough to a different star and get into its gravitational pull and star orbiting around it. In this case, the ice would melt and the planet would heat, so those microbes would have a chance to evolve into other types of life. But in such conditions, the chances that humans would appear as a result of this evolution are slightly bigger than zero. On the other hand, the leftovers of our civilization would most likely still be there. Other forms of intelligent life could see what we were like. You see, after all, the sun's disappearance might not be that terrible.
Yeah, if you're a microbe.
Well, another comforting thought is that the sun will die only in about 5 billion years from now, so we have plenty of time to look for a new home. And that's enough of the dark side. Did we forget any other dire consequences of the sun's disappearance? Tell us in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Click subscribe to join us on the Courtesy of the Sun, Bright Side of Life.